Hello, hello. Welcome to Bots Plays. I'm Bots, and it's time to figure out what game we're playing today. Okay, and it's Stanley Parable. Here we go. So, if you remember last time, we
All of
kind
his
of died
co-workers
twice.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We died twice. So that means we are up to 6 steps. Yes, my new content door. You taunt me so much, but I cannot go through you yet. I have to do something. Wish me luck, door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He did. For once in his life, he did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
He
disbelief,
goes through that door.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, and he goes this way. And then he goes this way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Because
Amazing.
I'm
He
smart.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, and then I go through here. Go through the back. Push this. Oh. Okay, so let's see if we get a new path this time. I'm hoping. This game is very unique.
Descending
I love
deeper
this
into the
game.
building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Because I have
This
pride,
question
baby.
would not go unanswered for long.
I have pride in my work, baby.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, he does. He does. He goes to the mind control facility. Wow, they really do block the path a bunch of times. So I hit this button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Now
Did
ain't
he
working.
have the strength
Working
to
down.
find out?
Looking at the ground. Keep looking at the ground. Not looking at it.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
Nope.
nature revealed.
Not looking.
Each bore the
Not
number of
looking.
an employee
Not
in the building.
looking.
Stanley's
Not looking.
co-workers.
Not
The
looking.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh. Okay. So let's do this. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Hit this button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yeah,
Was
I kinda
this the only
noticed it.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It. No. They pay me a lot. They pay me $20 an hour. $20 an hour. Are you kidding me? They could be killing puppies if they pay me $20 an hour. I would not even notice.
No,
Okay, I would notice.
He refused
I do
to
love
believe
puppies.
it.
They're
He
adorable.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No, they just pay me a lot. Oh, my bad. I got $24 an hour. They gave me a pay raise. I pushed enough buttons to get a pay raise.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Button. Hey, what's this? Ooh, button. Fine. Jeez. I don't get that many choices, do I? For a game about choice, I don't get that many choices, do I?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his job. Evade the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yes, I did! I am pure evil.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh, I'm doing something
you don't
amazing.
have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear.
What DNA? What DNA thing? That was not a place to put DNA. What? You're making up things.
Let's say 2 minutes.
Oh.
Now this
Oh,
is
fudge! What do I do with this? Butter, Jamie! Butter!
Story now. Shape it to your heart's
Butter,
desires.
butter,
This is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you. Me.
No!
What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Wow, you're very cool.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
It does not.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Okay. Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button.
Big red
screen
button,
to
big red
screen,
button, big red
clicking
button.
on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, that wasn't the best solution. Oh, my head. Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Oh boy, that was not fun. Okay, so what else can I do? Not yet. Not yet new content. I may have an idea.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. So, let's do this again.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Of course there wasn't.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so that's the infinite ending. Oh crap, I screwed up. No, wait, I think I got a plan.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
I guess
sheer
so.
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so let's do this one more time, but I'm doing it a different way. Okay, so
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
nope, he
Control
escapes.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Of course he do. Well,
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
Yep.
willingly confront his death.
Yes, I will. Yay! And we're back here.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley
say
can't
that.
see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Okay. Death number 7! Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Which is sad. Ah! Hey, boxes. Okay, let's go.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
New
When every
voice.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yep. Cool, the credits.
To end this injustice forever. Stanley stood on the roof. Pushed the number 8.
Interesting. Okay, so if there is there anything here? Because I just wanted to check if there's anything else I can do here. Because I feel like there's something more. Why bring me here? Oh. Apartment timer? Interesting. Where? Okay, I guess I have to die. Guess so. Dang it. Well, this wasn't a good...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
You're right, there is no freedom. Back
Can
to...
you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat.
Escape and quit. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay. So, let's go back in. And see what happens when you do that.
This is the story.
And I'm back. Okay, this is getting harder. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, you know what? I'm calling this episode quit. I'm calling this episode. It's over. Look, I'm gonna try and do some research and try and find more endings besides the new content ending. And I'll do a video of the new stuff because I'm at a loss. I'm not the best when it comes to finding endings. I'm more better when it comes to just stupidly finding things. So, tell you what. I am going to end this video right now because I don't want you guys to see me fumble through this game like 50 billion times trying to find a new ending. So, till then, bye-bye for now. See you when I see ya. And goodbye.